or my mouth there. Good morning, everyone. We're here with another installment of Morning Roomy, and yeah, I got some big changes ahead. I don't know how many mornings I'm going to be doing this for. I drive to another city now for work, so you're not going to get as in depth as I used to, where I was doing smaller poems after larger poems. You'll get one Rumi poem, and you'll get a little bit of wisdom there. They'll be much shorter during the week. I may do it Sunday, I may do it Saturday, I may do it every morning I can. That's what I'm going to do. Definitely during work, during the work week, Monday through Friday, every time I work. I think that's just a beautiful way to start off the week. And maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. But today, we are on the chapter of bewilderment. I have 5 things to say. Now, when you get into the idea of bewilderment, we got into tavern, we got into the idea of divine madness, and it's called Fana, I believe. It's like this total annihilation with in God. And the way I look at that, I'm coming from more of a scientific perspective, but even more or less influenced by Buddhism. I look at that as individuation, reconciliation with the self, and the revelation of being, and maybe that's in relation to existence in itself. Finding all that interconnectedness, and revealing who you are, because it's like the Buddhists say, and there is no self when you're connected, when you find this connection to the source, there really is no self. I guess I'm saying when you've had this connection to the source, we're all manifestations of the source. But the cool thing is, though, that change is constant. And every time you have this change that's constant, every time you experience a change, you do realize, you're not a self, because you do fluctuate as a being. There is no set self. Maybe this flow of consciousness, this energy, I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing things around here. So we're going to start out with, I have 5 things to say in the world of bewilderment. The wakened lover speaks directly to the beloved. You are the sky my spirit circles in, the love inside, the resurrection place. Let this window be your ear. I have lost consciousness many times, with longing for your listening silence and your life-quickening smile. You give attention to the smallest matters, my suspicious doubts, and to the greatest. You know my coins are counterfeit, but you accept them anyway. My impudence. Am I pretending? I have 5 things to say, 5 fingers to give, and to your grace. First, when I was apart from you, the world did not exist, nor any other. Second, whatever I was looking for was always you. Third, why did I ever learn to count to 3? Fourth, my cornfield is burning. Fifth, this finger stands for Arabia, and this is for someone else. Is there a difference? Are these words or tears, this weeping speech? What shall I do, my love? So he speaks, and everyone around begins to cry with him, laughing crazily, moaning in the spreading union of lover and beloved. This is the true religion. All others are thrown away, bandages beside it. This is the sema of slavery and mastery. Dancing together, this is not being. Neither words nor any natural fact can express this. I know these dancers. Day and night, I sing their songs in this phenomenal cage. My soul, don't try to answer now. Find a friend and hide. But what can stay hidden? Love's secret is always lifting its head. Out from under the covers, here I am. And so, just a brief little exposition here. You are the sky, my spirit circles, and the love inside, the resurrection place. I think that's like the natural world, reflecting the interior of ourselves. And God, the interior, external is all pretty much the same. Like David Smith, a philosopher, And it said, even had a quote akin to whatever you're projecting or whatever's outside happening to you, inside something happened to you externally. And yeah, I'm just really focusing on this aspect of existence. And will the window be your ear? I mean, all your senses are one; they feed into each other. Eyes of the soul. You're watching, then you're listening, you're tasting, and the idea of losing your consciousness many times, there are certain aspects of ourselves that are just thrown asunder, and then we have to question if that's even worth retaining. And there is a shift in consciousness. So have you lost it? Have you found something else? Because, with longing for your listening silence, you want to be acknowledged. And to be acknowledged is going to lead to that quickening smile. You're acknowledged. That person's smiling. There's a sense of understanding, a sense of warmth, empathy. And that person outside of yourself is yourself, as a reflection of yourself. And that's where that's where you're finding this grand unification. You give attention to the smallest matters. My suspicious doubts are the greatest. I mean, that's just what we said. And my coins are counterfeit, but you accept them anyway. My impudence and my pretending, we're all narcissistic in our own way, or egocentric. We'll just say egocentric for now. And we don't have any idea what we're going through, because there's all this fucking social engineering, like gaslit into being, unfit for love and for the art of being, and just even navigating for your basic essentials for life. And to find this true aspect, this kernel of living, this rapture of life, that's like the true love of being. And when I was apart from you, the world did not exist, nor any other. You're finding yourself maybe through others, maybe through this source, maybe through this revelation of God, and the world does come into being because you realize you've lived in this false world, and we can go to Schopenhauer's prison planet for that. But I'm not gonna get too bleak. And whatever I was looking for was always you, and what was you was me. This is what I'm coming through, recognizing that divine, eternal presence in one of us. And it goes back to, Joseph Campbell, finding your bliss. When did I ever learn to count to 3? And whatever, and my cornfield is burning. What we planted wasn't real. Like corn was this essential staple to our lives. And is there a difference to any of this? The fifth finger stands for Arabia, and this is for someone else. I know there isn't a difference, but there's this individualized peak of energy you may exchange, and it is going to affect us. And I think we have to keep an open mind for these varying forms of energy exchanges. And are these words tears? Are these words or tears? Is weeping speech? And yes, it is weeping speech. Life is metaphor. Your actions, your words stand for your actions. Your actions stand for words. I'm not saying we live a fully symbolic existence, because I'm pretty sure my penis is just my penis. But if I show it to someone, it might be a symbol of like fertility and male dominance, but yes, it is all the same, and this is the true religion. All others are thrown away beside it. The true religion is love and truth. You speak to everyone, or he speaks to every. What shall I do, my love? You begin to cry with him, laughing crazily. It is manic. It's manic. It's weeping. It's joy. It's sadness. And it's suffering. It's this like whirlwind fucking cyclic journey, and neither words nor any natural effect can expect this, because again, we're all dancing together, but this is the world of not being. But not being is where you're really being, because your mind doesn't have that intent. You are just being. And day and night you sing these songs in these phenomenal cages. We have this sense of freedom. We have this sense of truth in our cages, some gilded, some not. And my soul, don't try to answer now, find a friend and hide. Seek refuge and one another, and trace your insulated journey toward truth and enlightenment. And you'll find love. And, I think that's it for the day. Quit suppressing yourselves.